All right, well, welcome to the 2021 Heart of America Athletic Conference Football Media Day. We're happy to be joined by Willam Penn University head coach Todd Hafner. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah,
Good.
great day. Nice and hot in Iowa today.
Yes. August is here for sure. So, talk to us a little about the excitement of your team rolling into 2021. Obviously, last year was difficult, and you were able to get some games in last year. But talk about the excitement of coming into hopefully more of a normal fall season.
Yeah, I mean it's just so good to feel a little bit of a sense of normalcy. To be honest with you, I think the kids can feel it. I think the coaches can feel it. I think the community can feel it. And was asked a lot of times during the summer when do the kids get here? When is football season going to start? So the excitement is definitely there. You can see it in our kids. We had a great couple days before we started practice with meetings and getting to know each other a little bit. And it's just good to have them back. Yeah, summers are fun, but when football starts, it's always brings a little bit of anxiousness and nervousness and excitement. And we were very fortunate that our kids came back ready to go.
Great. Well, this is Heart Football Media Day, so we'll be featuring all 12 head coaches and lots of fans and supporters from around the conference watching today. So if you could kind of break down your team a little bit for us going into 21, what will folks expect out of your offense hopefully this year?
Well, offensively, we're going to return every player that played for us last year. We're fortunate that some of those kids were granted an extra year due to COVID. They decided to come back, and we're excited about that. We're a flex bone option offense. We have been for quite some time now. Our quarterback's back, and he's done a really good job of leading us and directing us. And with our offense, the most important players are the five guys up front and our quarterback. And we're very blessed and fortunate that we have all of those players coming back. Our fullback, Ben Sherman, was well on his way to maybe 2,000 yards. He was at 176-yard average when he got hurt his knee against Missouri Valley last year, and is back. So we're very excited about what we have coming back. We're excited that our guys up front came back in fairly good shape, and our quarterback is ready to go.
Great. Yeah, in the Heart North, it's some hard-nosed football, and your defense has to be pretty strong. Kind of break down your defense for us.
You bet. So we're based out of a 3-3 stack defense. We return the majority of our guys up front. Marquise Knighton's will be a 4-year starter now for us at nose. Jaden Curtis has been in our program for a very long time. Isaac Knudsen, again, another player that's been with us for a long time. Our linebacking core is probably as experienced as we've had in a long time. We return all 3 starters at linebacker. Rogan Forts will be a 5th-year senior at Mike. Turner Ellis will play linebacker for us, was an honorable mention all-conference player last year. And Demarion Hunter started for us last year as a true freshman until he got a high ankle sprain and toward the middle of the end of the season. And unfortunately, he was out for probably our last 3 or 4 games. In our secondary, Colton Horak was a player that started for us as a freshman, and then the very first play of last year's game against Mid-Am tore his ACL, so he was out for the rest of the season. Is back and ready to go. And our secondary wise, our Mom Pledge at corner, and Donovan Corbett will be our hybrid Bronco player, is what we call him. So we're excited. We've tried to build our defense around some team speed and some coverage ability, and I think we've done that. We do have some, obviously some experience coming back, which is always a key. And we've tried to add, a couple of good transfers and even some really good freshmen that we think can get in the mix.
And of course, can't forget your special teamers. What do you hope to see from some of your special teams this year?
Well, Kel Crawford is our kicker. He kicked for us for the majority of the season last year, and he's back. He's just a sophomore. Our punter, we recruited a punter. We had a kicker here, and his brother decided that he wanted to be here too. So he'll probably Trapper Beam will probably be our punter, and then our long snapper is Luis Arguello. So we feel pretty good about where we're at. You can never discount that. I think the best or the most important part of special teams is making sure that you put good players on special teams, and we tend to try to do that. With some of our starters, we'll we'll put some of our starters on special teams and maybe give them a break on offense or defense, just to make sure that we do good job in coverages and returns and things like that. So again, feel good about where we are, and hopefully we can continue to build with, a young kicker.
Great. Yeah, just a couple more questions for you. Obviously, been at Willam Penn for quite a while, entering, year number 18, and been in the Heart now going into year 7. Talk about the Heart of America Athletic Conference and that 2-division setup, and just how difficult the conference is overall.
Well, we were very blessed, to have played in the Mid-States Conference, which was divided a lot the same way. It was the East and West instead of the North and South. But playing in that conference for 11 years before we made the transition here really set us up, to be prepared to have success. The Mid-States is recognized as one of the best. I think right now, to be honest with you, I think the Heart is every bit as good as the Mid-States Conference, with all the teams on the south side with Baker, Benedictine, Evangel, Central Methodist, and the list goes on. Obviously in the north you have, Grandview and Culver Stockton. What a fantastic job Coach Sally's done turning that program around. I mean, that's one of the best, overall coaching jobs in the last 5 or 6 years that I can think of. And so they're going to be a very strong football team again this year, returning a lot of players. And Clark is with Coach Regalado and Graceland. I've talked to their coach a couple of times, and they're trying to really get it going. And at Peru State, so it's just one of those things that you can't relax. There's no game that you can just say, gosh, let's we can relax a little bit. And if you don't prepare to win, you're going to get beat in this conference, and that's just the way it is. And to be honest with you, we've proven that. Over the last few years, we've had games where we didn't play very well, and maybe teams that we could have beat or should have beaten us. And so I think that, that just speaks for itself, that the strength and the depth of our conference is one of the best, if not the best in the country.
We're here with Willam Penn head football coach Todd Hafner. And last question for you, Coach. So obviously you've been there, 18 seasons. Willam Penn means a lot to your family. Been there forever. Talk about Oskaloosa and the community and Willam Penn as a whole, of how special a place it is for Heart fans out there that maybe haven't made the trip up there yet. But just kind of talk about Willam Penn and Oskaloosa and what that means to you.
Well, I mean, you mentioned it. I have a lot of pride for this place. I didn't play here per se, but my dad played here. So that just adds, the extra little bit of pride I think that every head coach needs in their university. The fact that we've been here for 18 years, Mandy and I, we love this community. Our kids have gone to school in this community all the way through. Our last one, Ryan, is a senior this year at the high school. The support we get from, not just Musco, who is obviously very generous, but from all the small businesses in town, from the clothing stores, the food stores, the restaurants, all the things that, get overlooked sometime in a small town, how much pride they have in being able to help. And I think that, when you recruit good kids and you try to be a good person in the community, we preach that with our coaching staff, make sure that you're talking to everybody you can. I think it's important that we get to know as many people as we can. For those of you that don't know Oskaloosa, we have a great town square. It's really quaint. There's lots of great shops. We built a brand new hotel, so we have a really nice place to stay now in Oskaloosa. And just the overall, the businesses in town are very welcoming. And when we bring recruits to town, that's what we hear. We were at this restaurant, and they were very friendly and welcoming, and that's just how Oskaloosa makes you feel, and we're very proud of that. Having been here 18 years, you don't stay in one place that long unless you love it. And Mandy and I and our kids definitely love it here. So Oskaloosa is a great place. We look forward to having as many fans as we can to Community Stadium this year, and it's going to be a fun atmosphere to play in.
Well, Coach Hafner, we can't thank you enough for your time, and good luck to you upcoming this 2021 season. And we look forward to seeing your team get started here in just a couple weeks.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me. This has been great.
All right. Take care.
You bet. Take care.